Hey guys, hello everybody and welcome to the live session over here. Once again, Cricket Reborn is live for all of you guys. Am I visible, guys? I hope I am. And is my audio clear? I hope I am. Well, India 140 for 3 at the moment after 61.4 overs. Well, there have been some stoppage in the play after tea session. They had come to bat, both the batsmen Rahane and Virat Kohli. Then once again, after a few minutes, they had to go off back to the pavilion once again, and now it's a full-length delivery from Team Saudi straight towards the off-stump region. Ajinkya Rahane strikes forward and defends it very well. Still one ball to go in this over. Ajinkya Rahane will be on the strike. He'll be facing the last delivery of the over. Team Saudi has really bowled well, and each and every one, a like, a share would really mean a lot to me, and also a subscribe. Here comes the last ball of the over. Ajinkya Rahane. Oh, beautiful defended off the front foot. A slight hint of away movement from Team Saudi. Pitching it quite fuller once again. And right in the line of off-stump region. And Ajinkya Rahane does a beautiful defense off the front foot. And with that, a dot ball to end the over. India 140 for 3. Excuse me. Well, each and everybody hearing this is Cricket Reborn live on air. Thank you so much for all of your support, guys. And I'm trying to, with time, we'll try to come up with very, very new updates. Like now it's only a live session, and I do understand that if there's a scoreboard present, it really gets quite good. We'll try to get a scoreboard and many more additional features, huh? So, yeah. So Virat Kohli will be on the strike. India 140 for 3 at the moment. And Trent Bolt into the attack. So right and left hand from either ends of the ground. Trent Bolt has given 29 runs from 11 overs. Picked up 1 wicket. Virat Kohli on the strike. Here comes the left-hander. 2 slips in place. Beautifully flicked away off the wrist. But the fielder out there at short leg, calling the grand home, does a spectacular job driving and saving a couple of runs. It was quite a full-length delivery on the middle and leg. Slight bit of movement into the right-hander, and Virat Kohli with his wristy hands, does a flick, which later on passes towards calling the grand home, who was fielding at short leg. Well, here comes Trent Bolt back into the attack. Oh, this time is straight. Gets it hit on the pads this time. Virat Kohli. Quite a straight delivery. Angling on the line of the leg stump and slightly nipping back to the right-hander, but straight away striking towards his pads. Virat Kohli tries to flick once again, waits for the ball. He's quite watchful today, Virat Kohli. His intent has really been very, very watchful today. Be it Virat Kohli, be it Ajinkya Rahane, but Virat Kohli, the way he started off today, it was fully a Virat Kohli confidential movement. Well, Virat Kohli this time flicks it, tickles it on the onside, behind the wickets. And they wants a couple, but no, will be satisfied with just a single. Once again, Trent Bolt attacking the leg stump channel to Virat Kohli, and Kohli just tickles it towards the fine leg region behind the wickets and quickly runs away for a single. Ajinkya Rahane back on the strike. Each and everybody hearing this is Cricket Reborn live on here. Make sure you do subscribe, share, and also like this video. There's been a lot of hard work efforts, that I'm putting behind the screen. You all are not aware of it. Well, Trent Bolt back into the attack. Oh, this time beautifully defended off the front foot. Ajinkya Rahane straight to mid-off, and with diving Kane Williamson out there, saving a couple of runs. And India 141 for 3 at the moment. Trent Bolt, still 2 more ball to go at the moment of this over. Ajinkya Rahane on the strike. Here comes Trent Bolt. Oh, this time Fuller and gets the leading edge back to mid-on. And once again, Trent Bolt, if you look at Trent Bolt, he's bowling quite full in this spell. He isn't focusing on the length or the short balls, but is going quite fuller and targeting the stumps, sometimes in the line of the leg stump, sometimes in the line of the off and the middle. This one to Ajinkya Rahane, it was straight towards off stump line, where Ajinkya Rahane is batting at 28 from 76 deliveries and Virat Kohli 40 from 116. 141 for 3 India at the moment. Live from Southampton. Oh, this time kept it quite length and on the line of leg stump, slightly jacking it into the right hander. Ajinkya Rahane gets it on the pads. This is really very good bowling. Tight over from Trent Bolt, not much runs conceded, and India, they will be on 141 for 3. Well guys, it's my earnest request, please do share this live stream among your friends. It will really help, because there are many people who might not be available who might not be able to see the match, because everyone doesn't have Hotstar connection or a TV, or there are people who might be outside, for some work or some other purposes, so they can surely get the updates from here. Well, Team Saudi back into the attack. The first ball of the over, keeping it outside the off stump. Slightly away movement, that's good away movement from Team Saudi, in this overcast conditions, you have to admit, with the teak ball in, there have been a continuous movement, there have been continuous swing in the ball in the air, it's the third session, it's the same old ball, even not new ball being taken, but still good amount of swing. We can see good amount of swing once again. A copy paste delivery from Team Saudi in the second delivery of the over. Ajinkya Rahane, he works out a leave. Each and everybody hearing this is Cricket Reborn Live on here. Make sure you share and subscribe this channel, and also do not forget to like this live session. Here's BJ Watling behind the stumps, and here comes Team Saudi. He's given a 45 runs from 16.2 overs. He's the one who is considered the most amount of runs, Team Saudi, and also haven't picked a wicket, but that doesn't mean that he has bowled bad or poor. He has really been terrific, but just think that he hasn't got a wicket this time. Flicked on the onside, and Kohli wants a double and will get it comfortably. This beautiful running between the wickets. Neil Wagner from deep square leg collects the ball and throws it towards the keeper, but Kohli is well inside the crease. India moves on to 143 for 3. There's still 3 more balls to go in this over. Team Saudi, after bowling 2 consecutive deliveries outside the off-stump region, goes quite fuller on the middle and legs this time. Virat Kohli, he's a very risky player, we all know that, and he flicks it on the onside and gets a couple of runs. Here comes Saudi over the wicket. Oh, whoa, wonderfully bowled this time. Once again outside the off stump at the fourth stump line, and getting the ball to move away from the right hander this time. This is beauty, a piece of delivery from Team Saudi, and the late movement, the late swing that we get to see is something really brilliant over here. And BJ Watling, he needed to dive to his right to collect the ball. He's such a wonderful keeper. This is the last test he'll be featuring in of his international career. Will be wanting to win, will be wanting to end it on a high. Team Saudi, here he comes. Oh, once again a copy and paste delivery from Team Saudi. 131 km per hour. Once again outside the off-stump channel, getting away movement from Virat Kohli. Kohli leaves it again. You have to say that New Zealand bowlers have been brilliant, but once again they have been sometimes inconsistent with the line and length, and that has been something which will be a debatable thing after the day gets over. Well, the last ball of the over, Tim Saudi, what will be he looking for? Outside the off stump or something else? Oh, this time goes down the leg side. Had it been a T20 game or an ODI or a T10, it would surely be called as a wide, but since it's a test, so it won't be called a wide. And with that dot ball to end the over, Virat Kohli will be off the strike and Ajinkya Rahane will be on the strike. Each and everybody hearing this, this is Cricket REBORN live on here. If you like this stream, make sure you do share this among your friends, guys. Well, there are very less amount of viewers I see. The hard work, the endeavors I'm putting in, it will really be good and it will really be effective, if people show up and appreciate or whatever, not treated, appreciate, whatever you feel, be honest and give my suggestions. I'll try to improve. This is the thing, guys, I expect from you, and it will really be good if you guys do. Oh, leaves it this time. Trent Bolt from over the wicket, angling outside the right-hander, keeps it quite straight, not much movement in the air, neither after tipping in the surface. Ajinkya Rahane lets the ball go into the keeper's glove. Bolt once again, back of a lane delivery, angling at the hips of Ajinkya Rahane. He just tickles it to fine leg and will get away with a single. Virat Kohli is on the strike. He will face Trent Bolt at the moment. He's nearing his half century. Virat Kohli is in 42. Just 2 boundaries away from getting his half century in the Test Championship. Oh, this time coming around the wicket, Trent Bolt and Virat Kohli beautifully just places it between the fielder at cover point and gets a couple. This is very, very good running between the wickets between Kohli and Rahane. We all are quite aware of the fact how good running between the wickets is, how quick they are, Ajinkya Rahane and Virat Kohli. I myself have seen them in the pink ball test, live from Eden Gardens. They are simply brilliant, Virat Kohli just tapping it on top of the bounce, and just placing it, guiding the ball between cover point and point region between the fielders and running hard for a couple. Oh, once again back of a lane delivery from Trent Bolt, but Virat Kohli manages to tap on it very, very well off the back foot. So this is very, very good defense. Virat Kohli keeping his nerves. Trent Bolt, he seems quite frustrated, unable to get a wicket out here. The umpires are checking the bad light once again. They think that the lights are not as good once again. So if the device, they'll check it with the device after by keeping the device on top of the stumps, and if the device states that the lights are not that good, then once again they will need to move towards the pavilion. Virat Kohli is unhappy, and that's quite obvious for any cricketer, any batsman. When they're coming in and going off, it's been hectic. And yes, says the umpire. The umpire says it that Mister, you need to go back. So Kohli and Rahane, both of them trotting backwards back to the pavilion. It's been a dramatic day where we just saw that the game started off quite well, but after the lunch session, the second session was cut short a few overs, and after that, it was called off for a tea, to reduce the time. And once again after the tea, the batsmen, the fielders, they came in, they batted for a few minutes, and once again they had to trot backwards towards the pavilion. And once again they were called on because the umpires thought that the weather was getting better. But once again, the overcast conditions, the black clouds, the dark clouds getting on top of the sky. And this is the second time after tea they are moving back to the pavilion. Will the umpires call the game off, or is there a possibility of the game to resume after a few minutes? That light stop play, Virat Kohli on 44, Ajinkya Rahane on 29. Now the thing is that, guys, this stoppage of plays, this halter of plays, really affects the mindset of the players, especially the batsmen. Now, why I say especially the batsman, because the batsman needs to concentrate very well when they're facing the bowlers. There's a lot of things, a lot of strategies going on, from the fielding team. So they need to counter them well. And if they keep on going off the field and coming on the field, if these things happens on a continuous basis, on a monotonous basis, then the concentration gets lost, and this is something which isn't in their hands, but also they need to keep their nerves. This is a tough thing that's happening for India, and it makes all of us. I'm sure that many of you will remember the 2019 Cricket World Cup, where there was overcast conditions. The game got postponed to another date, and due to which India, it affected the game, it affected the mindset at one point of time. But India are ready at the moment, I think, and yes, they are. But things are really getting tougher, especially for India. Yeah, also for New Zealand, but don't think that I'm a biased fan speaking over here. But no, especially for India, because they're the batting side, and a batting mindset, it really hampers, it really affects the batting mindset. So this is the thing, and at the end of the session, let's quickly let's quickly recap what happened. After Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane came in, they were quite watchful against the bowlers, against the Kiwi bowlers. Saudi and Trent Bolt were bowling in tandem. Jamieson bowled few overs. Ravi Shastri out here in the pavilion, not really happy. Virat Kohli at the moment is in the pavilion, but before that, Ajinkya Rahane is batting at 29 from 79 deliveries. He has hit 4 boundaries, and Virat Kohli, he is on 44 from 124 deliveries, where he has hit just 1 boundary. The strike rate of Kohli is 35.48, Rahane 36.70. Earlier on, Rohit Sharma got off to a good start along with Shubman Gill, but Sharma went out to Kyle Jamieson, of a full pitch delivery, wide and foolish delivery outside the off stump, where Rohit Sharma nicked off while trying to force extra cover drive, and straight into the hands of the fielder Tim Southee at third slip. He went out for 34 of facing 68 deliveries. Shubman Gill was the one who followed next. He went out for 28 of 64 deliveries. Neil Wagner brilliantly bowled. Shubman Gill just a straighter delivery, right in his first over, a straighter delivery just at the fourth stump line, you can say. And Shubman Gill, his front foot, he couldn't adjust his movements, quite well, and got off, nicked it outside edged it towards the keeper. And later on, Cheteshwar Pujara was trying to play his natural game, but unfortunately got out on LBW to Trent Bolt. He went out for 8 of 54 deliveries, whereas Virat Kohli and Ajinkya Rahane are the ones still batting. India 146 for 3 after 64.4 overs. They are moving at a run rate of 2.25, where we can see some dark clouds at the moment, governing the stadium, governing the Hampshire ball at Southampton. Things hasn't really been rosy in the final of the World Test Championship. If we look, from the last day, which was to be the first day, actually this is a day 2, but we all are presuming it as day 1 of the game, because just the case, because we have a reserve day in hand. Well, if things goes on to continue this way, it really won't look like a favorable final game. Well, let's hope for the best. Let's hope that the weather shows some mercy and lets the game happen. We are really looking for a good contest. And guys, once again, so I will end off the session over here now, and there could be a resumption of the game, but the thing is that I won't be coming live today. But you can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, Cricket REBORN, the name is same everywhere, where you'll get all the updates. Perhaps, most probably I'll be coming in live once again tomorrow, and I'll try to come early as possible, and I'll be giving all the updates on my Instagram account, Cricket REBORN. So make sure you follow Cricket Reborn on Instagram and Facebook page. And for quick and quirky updates, you'll get all of those in Telegram channel. The name is Cricket Reborn everywhere, guys. And you can also follow Cricket Reborn on Twitter and LinkedIn too. In Twitter, we do post some valuable tweets and whatever we feel like, so you can post. And and LinkedIn, we give some hiring alerts, so you can make sure that you follow us in LinkedIn, where there are plenty of podcasts coming in after the World Test Championship. So make sure you subscribe Cricket Reborn. Not just podcasts, there are plenty of contents coming in. To give a bit of hint, there are biographies, there are few surprising contents that are coming in also. So yeah, make sure you subscribe Cricket Reborn. I think I won't disappoint you. And we'll be doing this live on a more occasional basis, like not occasional, I mean more on a more frequent basis, from now on. So yeah, make sure subscribe, like this video if you like the stream, and we'll be trying to update and trying to get better and better day by day. That's all I can assure. And thank you so much, guys. Until now, enjoy the game if it gets resumed, and let's go for a good contest in the next few days. Thank you so much, guys.